Newly minted or duly constituted Senate President Pro Tempore SP Gatchalian is just itching and raring to get down to work after the Senate's zilch work output in passing badly needed legislation over the past 3 weeks. And he has sounded the call to all his colleagues to do so, even as proponents from the other side of the aisle try to question his selection and new role, which is backed up by existing jurisprudence. The full story from our Bernard Ferrer.
Let's go back to work. This was the appeal of Senate President Pro Tempore SP Gatchalian to his colleagues in the Senate. According to Gatchalian, he doesn't distinguish between colleagues who belong to the majority or the minority, as what matters most is continuing the work of the institution. He also admitted that he has not yet spoken with Senator Alan Peter Cayetano following the recent developments in the Senate.
I plan to extend my hand to all the senators, whether majority, minority, but of course in this case, the new minority. At importante ngayon, buo ang Senado at nagtatrabaho ang Senado. So marami rin naman sa mga minority, mga personal na kaibigan natin.
Gatchalian said he will appeal to his fellow senators to work together for the good of the Senate as an institution. He will also meet with the Executive Committee to ensure the continuous operation of the Senate and the uninterrupted performance of its duties. They will also focus on pending measures following 2 days without a session in the upper chamber. The possibility of calling a special session to discuss important legislative measures is also being studied. Meanwhile, Gatchalian once again responded to question raised by former majority regarding the quorum during yesterday's session.
From 1949 to now, in Avellino case is the only Supreme Court case related to quorum. Wala nang iba. So until now, ginagamit pa rin yan in cases of determining quorum.
He personally sought the assistance of DILG Secretary John Vicremulia to ensure security inside and around the Senate complex. According to Gatchalian, this was a preventive measure to safeguard Senate employees following protest action staged by various groups.
Preemptive action to. Wala kaming tinuturo kung sino manggugulo, anong grupo manggugulo. Preemptive to. So lahat ito ay preemptive action.
For their part, Senator Pia Cayetano again questioned the validity of yesterday's session, including the changes in committee chairmanships, particularly the leadership of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee.
Yesterday, a session was purportedly held by 12 senators, 12 po, in which committee assignments were declared vacant and chairmanship of this very committee, this committee on the Blue Ribbon, was allegedly replaced. I stand before you today to state clearly and unequivocally that session was invalid.
However, former Senate President Franklin Drilon maintained that the Senate reorganization was legitimate. Drilon cited the situation in 2015 when the Senate continued to function even though only 17 of its 24 members were considered active. He explained that 4 senators were abroad, while 3 others were detained, leaving 17 active members, a number sufficient to constitute a quorum. Meanwhile, former Senator Joey Lina expressed concern over the ongoing dispute in the Senate. He said, the public hopes the conflict will be resolved promptly so that senators and members of Congress can focus on more important issues that directly affect the Filipino people. Bernard Ferrer from the National TV Network for New and Better Philippines.